Okay, I just got off work and then I was icing my leg because I've been running around and I like fell asleep for 20 minutes and I woke up like, oh my gosh, I have a live stream to start. So, hi guys, welcome in. Thank you guys for waiting. Yeah, if you guys have earbuds in, headphones in, operating heavy machinery, if you are um if you are driving or anything of the sort, make sure you turn the volume down because I'm going to be hitting the bell. Hi guys, welcome in. Hi Brett, hi Quinn, hi Cosmic, welcome to VIP. There's so many of you guys here, welcome in. Hi besties, yes, audio check. Lord Key, can you guys hear me? Hi Simmons. Hi Fo, hi Bill, hi Sugar. Hi Seer, thank you for being a member. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see me. Make sure you guys turn it up to 720p on the HD settings. But yeah, let's do a sound check. Welcome. If this is your first live stream, you are in for a treat. Okay, so what I'm getting for you guys is you started from the bottom, now you're here. It sounds like the mic is off. Hold on, let me plug this in again. Lord Key, can you hear me now? I already plugged in the microphone. Is that better, guys? Can you guys hear me? You're watching from Holland? Oh my gosh. Hello. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Quinn. All right, now we can get started. I like to do the sound check at the beginning because we're not trying to have a live stream without you guys being able to hear what's going on. Like, that just doesn't sound like a good time. So, without further ado, order in the cosmic court. Oh my gosh, look what my husband got me. Isn't it cute? I was like, the cat in the hat. Somebody here could like the movie Clueless. It reminds me of Cher and her friend. It reminds me of like Alicia Silverstone and Stacey Dash. That's what it reminds me of. Like, so cute. Like their little Dr. Seuss outfits. The cat in the hat. So you guys could like Dr. Seuss. You guys could like the Grinch. Someone here could be a Jim Carrey fan. Someone's name could be Cindy. Cindy Lou Who. Yes. Okay. I got some charms out for you guys. I haven't done that in a while. And yeah, I'm getting you started from the bottom. Now you're here. Well, what does that mean? And where are you going exactly? So you started from the bottom and you've been, if you guys just watched the last message, you guys have been working on alleviating pressure from yourself, like not putting yourself under so much pressure and then watching the magic unfold, thinking about certain upheavals, shocking upheavals and turnarounds that you've made in your life where you're like, oh my gosh, I went through that and I remember how excited I was for life after I made it through such a tough time. So you guys are really thinking about that right now, thinking about how you've endured, how you've survived, how you've protected yourself, and how the spotlight never felt so good. So if you guys missed the last message, and this message is yours, that will be your extended. And yeah. Okay, so normally you guys are holding it together, holding your own. But for some reason, you are needing to revisit the past. You are needing to remember every time you want to put a whole bunch of pressure on yourself, think about the times where the pressure was so real. It wasn't even pressure from you. It was pressure from external things going on. So if you think about, you know, like losing a home, going through an eviction, going through foreclosure, a bankruptcy, a divorce, a custody battle, some type of family drama, losing a job, being laid off, thinking about how you made it through something that you couldn't really control and how you came out better than ever. So you've started from the bottom. Whoever I'm speaking to, you guys pull energy out of, I don't even know where. You guys are able to pull energy out of thin air. But lately you've been seeing where you've been going on a roundabout, where something isn't serving you, or a certain way of doing something isn't serving you. So you're no longer feeling connected to your purpose, or you weren't feeling connected to a relationship. Something was making you feel like, this isn't really mine. I don't really know anymore. Or maybe you were bored or feeling stuck or stifled. It just wasn't, you weren't feeling it. You are realizing that you are not only the trendsetter, you are the pioneer of everything that you do. You're not destined for a regular life. Okay, you are not destined for a regular life. You have not, you are not meant to camouflage your superpowers. You have a lot of enemies right now that have changed their mind about you. There's a couple that they just can't let go of whatever issue they have with you, but there's others where they're like, I want to be their friends. Like, I actually like them. I want to be near them. I want to be around them. So you guys have changed a lot of people's minds about you. Let's say you guys are on social media, and people are like, oh no, they're too pretty, they're too dusty, they're too this, they're too that. Maybe people had or felt a certain way about you, but now you have changed their minds. You have started from the bottom, now you're here. I want you to affirm it below. I have started from the bottom, now I'm here. There are many people that have tried to upstage you, try to camouflage you, try to get you to dim what you're doing, and try to get you to tone it down. And that's just not going to happen. You're not going to hide who you are. But again, you've been seeing where you've been putting a lot of pressure on yourself, unnecessary pressure, where it hasn't been serving you, where perfectionism hasn't been serving you, how you constantly put yourself in the doghouse or punish yourself with your own high expectations. Now you're learning to really go with the flow. Okay, so you're fine tuning something. It's, what is the word? Like, you are refining, you are fine tuning, cultivating. You guys are maturing in a certain way of busting through generational curses and limiting beliefs that have really been holding you back. You guys can see clearly what limiting beliefs have been holding you back, whether it's thinking that you have to do things a certain way, thinking that you need certain substances or certain medications, thinking that you have to do everything by yourself, that you're never enough. You guys know what one or two limiting beliefs you can't really outrun right now until you really sit down with it. So you are really sitting down with what doesn't work for you, and you are healing from that. There's a 3 of Swords that you have been healing from, or something that you overlooked, or something that's been kept underneath the rug. Let's see. Something is getting ready to launch. Something is getting ready to launch, or you guys are about to hit a milestone. And as you're about to hit this milestone, you feel like you keep getting pulled in the opposite direction. Let's go over some of your guys' charms. We have the castle, we have the glass slipper, we have the pants, the scissors, the hand. We have the letter F, C, and A. We have the Tootsie Pop, the dog tag, the dog house. We've got roses, which shows me that you guys are late bloomers. We have the dove. You guys could really like potatoes or any type of potato or french fries. You guys could be really good at baking. You guys could have cats. You guys could collect antiques or stuffed animals. We have Spider-Man. We have the ring. Oh, I'm hearing a motorcycle. You are wanting to return to some type of innocence. You're wanting to simplify your life. So again, let's think about after what it looks like when you go through some turmoil, an upheaval, a tower. You're like, things are real simple right now. So let me simplify that. You know that you can do it, but it just seems like you're so far away from it because of all that you've been building up towards. Everything that you've set in motion, all of the pressure that you've put in, or the anxiety that you have been feeling. You are wanting this new beginning, but you're feeling some sort of tension. God is preparing you for the big leagues. Okay, that's another thing that we discussed in yesterday's message, or this morning's message. God is preparing you for the big leagues. That's why these last, couple limiting beliefs, you learning to simplify your life is paramount. It's important. Oh, I didn't even see that this key was underneath the eagle. You are clear for takeoff. You're also clear to land. Maybe you guys are in a lot of relationships where you have to wear the pants and you have to, command and direct and delegate, and you're just tired of that. You're getting really tired of having to tell everybody where they need to be and what they need to be doing. And you're really wanting to rest. You're wanting to live, love, and laugh. Maybe some of you guys have been feeling really uptight and prim and proper, or having to dress up all the time. You're like, oh, I just want to dress down. Some of you guys have been dressing down a lot, and now you're wanting to dress up. Whoa. Okay, something's happening within a few days. Within a few days. Okay. If you guys have been feeling like you are not emotionally connected, I feel like you are emotionally charged, but maybe connecting is hard right now because you've been trying to simplify your life. You are seeing where stress is not serving you, pressure is not serving you, perfectionism is not serving you, overdoing, overexerting is not serving you. So within a few days, you are going to be feeling emotionally connected. Your emotional IQ is going to be raising, and you're going to be feeling more heart-centered. Motorcycle. You guys are a healer, a counselor, an advisor, or an author. So maybe within a couple of days, you're going to start writing a book. You're going to start planning a vacation. You are going to start making something your sanctuary. You are needing more solitude in your life. So let's say you guys were being prepared for the big leagues. You would need, maybe a night routine, maybe a morning routine, something that you do where that is your sanctuary, your solitude. You go write in your journal, you meditate, you sit outside. Whatever that is, you're going to be feeling emotionally connected to that. You're going to be feeling heart-centered. Like, yes, this is what I need. So you're going to uncover what that is for you within a few days, whether it's working out, hiking, sitting outside, going for a drive. There are things that you need to be equipped for the big leagues without having a meltdown. Imagine having to go sit with all the higher ups and all the CEOs when you feel entry level, when you feel green, when you feel like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I think I have an idea, but I'm not quite sure. If you weren't quite sure, would you feel comfortable sitting at their table that's been prepared? You'd be like, I don't really know what reports they're talking about, what numbers and graphs, I don't really know what's going on, but it is something you're interested in. Now you are realizing, yes, I need to focus on other things, and I need better routines for myself, which isn't being so hard on every little thing that I do. There's a bigger picture here. There is a light at the end of this tunnel that you are now going to be connected to. God has a vision for you. You have a cosmic blueprint. And that cosmic blueprint isn't you sitting at the lunch table by yourself. That cosmic blueprint isn't you crying at home or having a meltdown. That blueprint has you sitting at the CEO table. Now, the CEO table is a metaphor for whatever it is that you're really trying to obtain that is the big leagues to you. Is that the big leagues in the music industry, art, social media, your corporate environment, the corporate ladder, like whatever that means to you, you guys can drop in the comments. Whatever table you want to feel more familiar and equipped to sit at. Because again, if we were feeling entry level and we went and sat at that table and we tried to like keep up with them, they have different routines and different ways that they handle things, and we'd be like, oh my gosh, I need to go to the break room. I don't know what the frick is going on. I'm having a panic attack. And we've all had days like that where we've gone and started a new job, been the new person at school, moved to a new city or a new country, and felt like so out of place. God is working on all of this so you don't feel out of place at that table. Your table is being prepared. You should not feel uncomfortable sitting at your table that God has prepared for you. Okay? In a couple of days, you are seeing the big picture of what you want your creativity to look like, how you're going to take action differently, how you're going to have others help you. You are seeing your path differently. Okay, so there's another layer of clarity that you are going to be given in the next couple of days. I'm getting 24 to 48 hours. You are going to be crystal clear on how to better navigate this new beginning. This is a psychic breakthrough, a cosmic breakthrough, a breakthrough in your communication and how you are vulnerable with the divine, the Most High. And again, the sanctuary that you are going to be creating for yourself. A lot of you guys feel like you're on this journey alone, and you're not. God is here to tell you, like, you're not alone. You are never alone. We have the well, and for some reason today I'm reading this as a wishing well. We have the chili pepper, and we have the mug. Your cup is supposed to be running over. We have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Some of you guys are drinking less caffeine, so maybe you're trying to figure out how to navigate that. Maybe you want to plan a trip to go somewhere tropical. Maybe some of you guys are planning on buying a pet. Someone here wants to cut their hair. And a lot of you guys are going to be cutting one or two people out of your life. Okay. I'm seeing some people notice that you've been disengaged. Now, these aren't people that are close to you. These are people that don't really get to know you. Like, you don't let them in. But there are people noticing that you are kept apart. And it's not that you're lonely, but you can't really trust people with, like, what you're doing in your day-to-day life. Like, you can't tell them, like, oh my gosh, well, today I did some shadow work and it was awesome. And do you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be telling them any of that. Literally any of that. And they could be really nice people, but people are starting to read that you are keeping yourself apart. I'm also getting that you're going to be mic dropping a couple of people that have been very competitive with you. This part is specific. It is not for everyone. Okay? Some of you guys have one or two people in your life. They do not know how to stay in their lane, and you are going to mic drop them in the nicest possible way. You could have done it a lot more mean. They are not going to be able to believe that you are not going to give them the platform or the olive branch to F around. Somebody wants the olive branch or the platform or the soapbox. They just want the room in your life to be disrespectful, and you're not going to allow it. Doesn't matter if you've been letting them do this for 4 to 6 years. You are not going to allow it anymore. Thank you, Jackie, for your donation. Been thinking about writing a book? Oh my gosh, I literally just got that. Like, you guys could be thinking about writing a book. There's something that you wouldn't normally think about doing that is actually going to be very therapeutic for you. Okay, maybe moving all of your ex's things out of your house is going to be very therapeutic. Maybe writing a book is going to be very therapeutic. Maybe quitting a job. You guys will know what that is for you. You guys are just getting ready to restore balance. Okay. I'm also seeing that some of you guys could have been dealing with some type of physical pain, inflammation, swelling, dizziness, maybe even headaches. Whoever this is, you are figuring out the cheat codes, or you're figuring out like what you really need to minimize the issues in your life. So this could be like health issues. Like, for some reason, I would never see these cards as the same person, but that's how I read it today. I read this as, I'm doing okay, I'm an energetic powerhouse, but I'm not feeling my best. I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm not feeling 1000 or 100%. And then for some reason, I'm reading like, you are needing to go backwards. So this is the Knight of Wands, right? This is you being energetic, charismatic. I don't know. There's something like you knew that there was something missing. So you were needing to go back to being a student and simplifying. Like, it's almost like you want to be green. You want to be entry level. So you can think of like better routines. So you're not like this. Like, they're my enemy. Oh my gosh, nobody's really my friend. Everybody's fake here. But yeah, I'm seeing you guys go from doing everything yourself and feeling strained, not feeling the best, or not, maybe you guys are working on your body or working on your health. I'm getting that specifically. And as you are restoring balance and becoming the student again, thinking like your younger self, before the world, came in and like did all of these things. I don't know. I'm just seeing however you're ready to simplify your life, it's going to be more clear to you in a couple of days. But again, there are a couple of people that have been competitive with you. Thank you, Land, for your donation. There are certain things that you feel like you have been fighting. Maybe you're looking at other people like, oh my gosh, I used to be skinny. Why am I not feeling skinny? Or I used to really like my body. Why do I not like my body? I don't know why I'm getting so much about the body and health, but that's what's coming up. So only take it if it is for you. There are certain serpents in your life that really get you down. And it could have to do with like your weight, your health, your family. And these are the things you feel like you're really hard on yourself about. Like, oh, I should have already been doing that. I should have already like taken care of that. And it's okay. You are needing to start from scratch. It's like when we're a child and, before the world has like put all of these limiting beliefs and ideas, we are needing to go back a step. Okay. But still remembering the things that got us to where we are, but cherishing simplifying. Okay, let's say you had to start over, right? And you're thinking about that time where you lost everything and you had to start over, and there weren't a lot of decorations or things on the walls or furniture, and to you then you were getting through that. You're like, okay, well, I don't have a lot, but I'm just going to eat my dinner and get through it. And you were humbled, but you were grateful. Now you have all of these things and you've like maybe overstocked or overconsumed with like buying things, and you're like, that's never going to happen to me again. And you were having to realize that you are truly safe. You have started from the bottom. Now you're here. That's never going to happen to you again. No one pivots like you guys. So when you're learning from big tower moments like that, Spirit is wanting you to remember, like, hey, remember when you were sitting on the floor eating ramen noodles? Remember You remember how you were just like, I got myself. I'm independent. I'm going to be okay. I got out of this rut. I'm going to be fine. We are needing to go back to that. A more simpler time. Not feeling so separated and divided from others. I don't know. You guys are really making some big moves with how you take care of yourself. You cannot unsee what doesn't work for you right now because, again, you are being prepared for the CEO table. Okay, that also reminds me of those of you that are going to write books. Okay, we have Dr. Seuss. There is no, oh, you can't write a book like that. I'm sure somebody told Dr. Seuss, like, nobody's gonna read that. And he's like, people will read it. Don't let anyone get you down about what you want to read, what you want to write, what you want to sing. You guys got this. You guys maybe have been feeling bashful or reserved or introverted or shy about what is really on your heart or what is really on your mind of what you would really like to do. Again, simplifying your life is going to be a whole lot better. And then also not being around energy vampires, people that just take and take and take. You guys are also starting to see where your energy is siphoned or you don't put your foot down enough. And thank you, Lan. Thank you, Tokyo, for your donation. I'm going to make my comic book and animated series. That's amazing. Simplifying my life to the fullest. Yes, verse. You guys are realizing I've got to make more time for myself. Some people aren't going to be happy with that. Maybe some of you guys made promises before you were in the state that you're in. Okay, let's say you promised your kids to go to Disneyland and like do all of these crazy vacations, but then you fall ill. God is showing you, you have to take care of you. Let me show you where you can simplify your life because you belong at the CEO table and everybody else is just going to have to understand. But some people are not going to want to understand. Family members are not going to want to understand. Those that like taking and benefiting off of you, and you've had enough. I don't care if it's your children, your cousin, mother, brother, whatever. You guys have had enough because, again, you cannot unsee where you have to take care of yourself because you are not promised tomorrow. What is fluctuating? Hi, Virginia. Can you guys hear me okay? Hold on. Hi, Virginia. Can you guys hear me? Okay, let me do a sound check with some of my A1 day ones. Virginia, can you hear me? You give from clear to sounding muffled. I don't like that. I don't like that. Because it is going to bother me on the playback. Hold on, let me turn the Bluetooth on. Also, make sure you guys have your settings on 720p. The HD settings matter, okay, on these live streams. But also, this app has been crashing the last 3 days. So it's not necessarily me, but I have to do my best to make sure that I'm still getting what I need to get out to you guys, even though the site has been crashing for the last 72 hours. Okay, so we have telephone. Maybe you feel like your whole life is a sound check right now. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Lala. You guys are going through like a practice run. God is like, okay, let's make sure that this is good. Let's start practicing these new routines. Let's make sure it's good first. Like, for instance, when I'm doing a live stream, like I could easily be like, I'm not gonna look at any of the comments and look at what anybody's saying, and I'm just gonna say what I want. And like, how like connected would I be if I you guys didn't hear me correctly, or it was muffled, or the sound was terrible? Because again, the app has been crashing the last 3 days. And when you guys get a report that the app is crashing, make sure you report it. When they say like, do you want to report this crash? Yes, I do. But you guys are getting crystal clear on how you want to communicate and making and creating space for yourself. So maybe before I'd be like, oh my gosh, sorry guys, I don't know what's going on. Like, no, now I will create space for myself. This is my work. These are my messages. And I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. It takes nothing but 2 seconds to like tweak a button or 5. You feel me? Certain things that you guys have been avoiding. Maybe creating space for yourself, having to communicate with certain people. I am getting that there's 2 or 3 Cancer, sun, moon, or risings that they've been refusing to face reality with you. Now, this is also specific, so only take it if it resonates. But they have tried to persuade you or sprinkle their scarcity or their fear-based thinking on you. I don't know. You could have had 1 Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, or 2 that ghosted you. You haven't heard from them. You don't know what's going on with them. Then you could have another one that they just won't let up. They're like, well, give me the stage. Give me your center stage to disrespect you. And you're like, on what planet? On what planet? For others of you, this person could be a Libra or an Aries. Okay, so I'm getting a Libra, Aries, or Cancer. Sun, moon, or rising has been acting really weird. And you're about to put them where they go. You're tired of people trying to take a piece out of you. Ooh, being reliant on your forgiveness. You guys have had people being reliant on your forgiveness and you're so over it. You're like, just because I'm kind and I don't want to like rub your face in the dirt doesn't mean that you can run amok on my timeline. It's not going to happen. So some people might be frustrated because, again, maybe you always let them be a part of something, be a part of a group or a project or a team. You always made them feel welcome, even though they were a little heathen, you know? Something has not been feeling organized to you. What is this? Okay. You guys have not been feeling harmony with your effort required. Thank you, Cosmic. You guys have not been feeling like your effort that you've been putting in is cohesive. You've not been feeling like you feel like you have to tread lightly on certain things. And you're not wanting to do that. So Spirit is here to remind you that you have the endurance, you have the talent, you have the stamina, you have the expertise, and it's not supposed to be a balancing act. Okay, it is not supposed to be a balancing act. Okay, anything else? So in the next 48 hours, there is a fairy tale that is unfolding for you that you are going to be able to see more clearly. Okay, there was something that you felt like was too good to be true. Even though you worked really hard not to sabotage it, it could have been a relationship, somebody that you just met, somebody that you just started dating. You felt like, oh no, it's too good to be true. I don't want to jinx it. I'll just stay over here. But it's not too good to be true. And you're going to be really sitting with, again, I have the ring here. So somebody is definitely proposing. Okay, somebody's definitely proposing, or you guys could be thinking about buying a ring. And then we have the family. You guys are going to be more family oriented, but you're changing what the family togetherness looks like. Maybe you have some family members that you help out, or people that are like family that you help out. And maybe you're starting to see a lot of bad habits that have been unfolding with the children or your cousins or brothers or whoever. You're like, when did they start acting like this? When did they start being a brat? When did they start being so sassy? There is behavior that you're going to be correcting, and maybe you did not want to do that before because you didn't want to be the bad guy. You didn't want to be the disciplinary, but you kind of have had enough. Again, you're not going to let, it doesn't matter if they're this small, this tall, or yay high, you're not going to let them play on your timeline. You guys care a lot about respect right now. And respect needs to be earned. Too many people are just taking their respect and sprinkling it all over themselves, and you're like, that ain't yours to take. You feel me? You're also going to be looking at your ancestry more and being really proud of your ethnicity or where you're from or your culture. Now, if your family is only you, your person, and a pet, that you're going to make that your world. Like, you are not going to be so work focused. Fo, thank you for your donation. You are not going to be so work focused or whatever you normally be focusing on. You are seeing where you're going to take a step back and again, simplify your life. So I want you to affirm it below. I roll with the big dogs. I am simplifying my life. Okay. I have CEO energy. I am simplifying my life. My life is like a movie. My fairy tale is unfolding. My life is spicy and it's always getting better. Another good affirmation is I love myself more and more each and every day. Okay? We have trial and error. This is what the divine wants us to look at. To always remember that we learn a great many lessons from trials and tribulations. You might feel inexperienced, like, I should not be sitting at that table. I know God wants me to go sit at that table, but I don't think I'm ready. There's a lot here about you becoming the student again, but enjoying being the student. You know when you're at a job and everyone's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Why are you spilling that? And if you wanted to, you could lie and say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's my first day. Okay, especially if you're like in customer service, you can get away with that. And they wouldn't really know that it's your first day. But you're going to start acting like it's your first day. You have learned from your mistakes and you're just going back so you can start again. So you are going to be more rebellious, more strong-willed, and people just better be receptive or they better move to the left. You could also be feeling very like hormonal right now. Somebody here could be getting blood work done and trying to figure out like what's going on with their hormones or what's going on with their body. Because again, I was getting like inflammation, bloating, health issues, and you seeing like, okay, my body is keeping the score. So what is going on? Let me find out. Could it be alcohol? Could it be a food allergy? Sometimes, I was talking to one of my customers today, one of my clients, and they were like, why do you, when you hit a certain age, just like everything, like age catches up with you at a certain age? And I was like, yeah, I don't know why that is. And maybe you guys feel like that right now. Maybe you guys have just hit 30 or just hit 40 and you're like, my body is not bouncing back from certain things like my body used to. You are seeing that your body has been keeping a score and you've been pushing it and you are seeing where you've been running on fumes. You are ready to simplify your life. Okay? You are ready to simplify your life. You don't always have to have everything together and have everything so, figured out. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you, Darcy. Jess says it's almost that time of the month. Yeah, that, you could be feeling very emotional, but within a few days, 24 to 48 hours, you're going to be feeling more clarity. you are going to be feeling more clarity on like, oh, I think this is what's throwing me out of whack. I think this is what I need to do during this time of the month, or when I'm feeling this way, or when I'm dealing with these complications. This is what I'm going to start doing. We have come up, inheritance, lump sum. You have a spiritual inheritance coming in. You want to know why that's coming in? Because this could be something that you could have been chasing, or like, where's it at? I thought it was going to be here already. This is going to come in faster because now you're not, looking over your shoulder for it. Like, well, I've been working towards that. So like, where is it at? This is going to bring you relief. Maybe you feel like you've been playing catch up. Or you feel like whatever you've been working towards and gaining has not been enough. And it could be really frustrating. You feel like you're on this treadmill going nowhere. You feel like you're on this hamster wheel and you're like, oh my gosh, like I worked my patootie off and it still wasn't enough. So you're going to simplify your life. Like, you know what? I've gone through worse. I've gone through times where I didn't have none of this. None of it. Wasn't expecting it to just fall on my lap, neither. So again, as you're going back to times where you dealt with chaotic upheavals, you're like, you know what? Remember the times where you were humbled and you were eating ramen on the floor. Whatever comes in, you'll be grateful for and you will make the most out of. Yeah, patootie. I was like, what's a good word? You guys, windfall. Windfall and come up. I'm also getting, for those of you on social media, there are a couple bullies or cyber bullies that you guys have stood up to. And whoever those people are, they have been trolling and trying to keep tabs on you, trying to distract you. Do not get distracted by people that cannot let go of you. People that, that's also kind of how you know like something good is coming in, when these people are like, oh my gosh, fight with me, let me disrespect you, let me be crazy, let me make everything about myself and you, and some beef and some drama that you don't even care about. When all of that kind of stuff is going on, that is really when you need to disengage, because there's something more important that you need to be focused on. Expect a sudden windfall of money and pay raise. You have a spiritual inheritance and a spiritual pay raise. Okay? You have a spiritual inheritance and a spiritual pay raise coming in. We got come up and windfall. Now you guys see this deck. There are not a lot of good cards in this deck. Like, let's be so for real. There's just not. But we are tuning into what is possible. Just because there's a lot of, cards in this deck does not mean that we are not tuned in to getting out of it what we really need. Okay, your perspective is shifting. Like, yeah, there's a lot of bad apples in there, but I'm going to get the good ones. I'm going to get the good ones. Okay. We have car problems. Some of you guys could be dealing with car problems, but because you're dealing with car problems and you're still being kind, something good is going to happen. You guys could have lent your car to somebody or shared your car. I don't know, something of that nature. And that's going to be for a couple of you guys. And you're going to see where, like, it wasn't as hard as you thought it was going to be, because you're doing something kind for someone else. Okay, you are doing something kind for someone else. Okay, anything else for the collective? We have I don't know and false identity. You are getting acquainted with the identity that God wants for you, or the divine or the Most High wants for you. You have been playing things very close to your chest, like you don't want to tell people. Thank you guys for your donations. You are not wanting to tell people, hey, this is what I'm working on. I'm working on this book. But again, you can still present yourself as an author. Does that make sense? Like, you don't have to tell people what you are doing down to the detail, but you can present yourself as an author, present yourself as a singer, start presenting yourself as this CEO energy and not trying to hide the fact that you are creative, that you are cosmically gifted, that you have greatness in your DNA, and that you're a prodigy. God is saying, why are you playing it safe? Why are you playing it safe? There is an artist in you. There's a singer in you. So you don't have to tell them like, oh, I'm working on an album and like, I don't know if I'm gonna, if it's gonna work out. No, I'm a singer. Oh, you are? Yes. The end. The end. Oh my gosh, what do you do? Oh, I'm an author. Oh, wow, that's so cool. What kind of books do you write? This kind. You are putting it out in the universe that, yeah, you got it like that. Yeah, you do it like that. And so it is. You feel me? And so it is. You are getting rid of this mask of, well, that's what I do, so I don't want to tell people because I'm not that good at it yet, and I'm still working on it. But if you were the student, you would say, oh, I'm going to medical school. Yeah, I'm going to veterinarian school. Because you're going to what? You're going to become a veterinarian. You're going to become a doctor. You're going to become a nurse. You feel me? So yeah, you guys have been really cautious. Like, I don't want to tell people what it is that I do. Like, maybe you feel like people judge your job. You guys could be an exotic dancer. You could be on OnlyFriends. You feel me? There could be all these types of things that you do where you're like, oh no, people are going to judge me. Tell them that you're an influencer. Tell them that you're a ballerina. Tell them whatever you want. You're a dancer. You feel me? You guys are going to figure out what that title is, and whatever makes you happy. Other people might wish they were doing that. Okay, they might wish, like, oh my gosh, they're dancing. Oh, I wish I was doing that. Oh my gosh, they have an OnlyFriends. Like, I wish I was doing that. Like, it doesn't have to be that. But basically what I'm trying to say is people find you brave. Whether you're a singer, a dancer, an author, an influencer, people find you very brave. You are meant to inspire the world, not cower in the corner and be like, I don't do anything. So, even though people know you be doing stuff. Okay. Okay. So, another thing is you require, like a prescription list, you require Netflix and chill right now. This is what the doctor recommends for you. You require Netflix and chill. Intimacy, cuddling, quality time, movies, reading books, hanging out, eating soup, drinking hot cocoa, some tea, some hot tea, whatever. You require Netflix and chill right now. Now you could be thinking, Brittany, how is my comeuppance gonna come in? How's my windfall going to come in if I'm over here Netflixing and chilling? How's my car going to get fixed if I'm over here Netflix and chilling? Because you are detaching. Riddle me what? You are detaching. You are needing chicken noodle soup for the soul. So like when I tell you guys, I'm your bestie on the internet, duh, I'm your favorite YouTuber. I'm your spiritual advisor, your cosmic cheerleader, your fairy godmother. The chicken noodle soup for the soul. You are needing that prescribed right now. Something home, like being at home and solitude, your sanctuary, and taking care of yourself. Being detached, like, you know what? Whatever comeuppance are coming, they'll be here. And you're going to see what unfolds for you guys faster by relaxing, by chilling, and not worrying so much or not being so obsessed. You guys have been blocking a lot of people. Like, you guys will see me stop the live, well, I will barely stop the live chat and block people. Don't come up in here with nasty, explicit language like you're disgusting and you're not my problem, okay? You're somebody else's problem, but you're definitely not mine. you guys have people that are salty with you because you don't acknowledge their existence. This is what you're good at. Sorry, we're going to have some brief interruptions. You do not need to, yeah, bye, Ian. You guys are not going to stand down because somebody thinks they're going to flatter you. Like, on what planet? Don't come into my live stream getting fresh and think I'm going to let you stay here. This is my home. This is my corner of the internet. And you're definitely in the wrong fucking sandbox. Okay? So this is what you're doing to people. They're like, let me come be an energy vampire. Let me come in and disrespect you. Examples. I'm kind of busy. You're not even going to say this. Your energy says this. I don't F with you. You little stupid. I'm not effing with you. Because you don't give a what? So let them be salty. Because you shut them down quick. People think like, oh, they're attractive. They're beautiful. They're handsome. They're going to let me disrespect them and flatter them at the same time. I don't think so. A lot of you guys are actually maybe don't even like words of affirmation. That's probably not your love language. Whoever I'm speaking to, that's probably not your love language. That might be somebody you care about's love language, but maybe when people tell you all these like words of flattery, you're like, like you don't trust them. You don't trust people that sound like a car salesman. You're not with it. So whoever's been trying to get you to shift your mood, it's not happening. Okay, I was getting another channel message. Do not expect a group of haters to help you change a tire. Do not expect a group of haters to help you win an award for your science project. Do not expect a group of haters or enemies to carry you to victory. It's not going to happen. Okay, I work with a lot of different people, and you guys already know what it is. Okay, if you know, you know. I don't expect them to help me get a trophy. I don't expect them to help me. No, it's me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and God. It's me, myself, and like what? There are people that they don't want to see you win. But they have never said this to you. They've never outright said, well, I don't want to see you win, and I don't want to see you succeed. So just so you know, they're not going to say that. They're going to wait for you to give them the opportunity, aka the olive branch. They're going to wait for you to do that so you can be sabotaged by them. You guys have people around you that are not happy for you. So you need to, sift them out accordingly. I've had friends, and I've been telling you guys, I've had friends that they're like, well, I don't want to get rid of this person because like I need the money or I need their help. And whatever the case is, it puts you in scarcity to tell God, I will have this enemy by my side because I don't trust that you will provide. I will have these demonic heathens by my side because I do not trust that you will provide. That is telling God, I don't have faith. And I don't think I can make it to the finish line without these heathens to the left and these heathens to the right. You feel me? They are not going to carry you to the finish line. Who are these people that don't tell you how they feel, but when you are around them, you feel incompetent, you feel like you got to be the bad guy, you got to be the disciplinary, you have to spoil the fun, and you feel like these people are always spoiling your fun. You guys do not have the same core values. God is showing you right now who you need to cut off. And you could be like, no, Brittany, like, they're one of my best clients. They're one of my biggest supporters. They donate a lot of money to me. They've helped me win a couple championships. They've helped me get a promotion. They helped me get a raise. And, yeah, like, it doesn't matter what they maybe helped achieve in the past. You guys are seeing, like most of the chosen do, you can't keep best friends. It's very hard for the chosen to have close friends. It is very hard for them to have best friends. You guys know why.
Why is that? Because they get to know you. So when they first are getting to know you, they're like, okay, well, they're really pretty, or they're really hot, or they're really attractive. Like, okay, whatever. I'm hot too. But then they get to know you, and they get to know you to your core. And then they do what? They turn on you. And then you're over here giving them the platform to breathe oxygen. Okay, hold my Barbies, hold my oxygen, because they should not be in the same vicinity as you. These people, if you're carpooling, bestie, and all of a sudden you get a flat tire, do you think Veronica and Sally Sue and Michael in the back that can't stand you, and they know that you're in love, they know that you're happy and you're about to get a promotion, you think they're going to help you change that tire? Even though you're the one driving and carpooling them to work? I'll wait. I'll wait. It is important that you guys see you have the divine's backing. God is your sugar daddy. God's got your back. God is the bouncer, the sugar daddy, the boss. Like, no. These people need to be removed. They need to be removed. Okay? It's just like a team. Let's say you have a baseball team and it's your team. Let's say you've bought this team, but there are a lot of people that they can't stand you. Do you think they're going to help you win a World Series? If they're like, F the boss. I mean, this is not really that realistic, but on a smaller scale it is. Because you are happy, because you seem like you have it all, because you seem like you have it all right now, they don't want to see you winning and grinning and stuff. You have to remove them. You have to show God, like, I'm serious about the changes that I want to make, and I'm not going to not stand on faith and not stand on the fact that, like, you're helping me. You are helping me. Like, nothing really good comes of us, like, relying on our enemies and thinking that's going to work out good instead of relying on God. Okay? Yeah, by not letting them go, it's like enabling their behavior and co-signing their yes. Yes, the devil will send his testers, his messengers. So you guys need to be weary of that, because they are going to pop up like daisies. Maybe for some of you, there's 5 people you need to get rid of, and you're like, no, they're my employees. I kind of need them. I get rid of so many people daily. It's not funny. Okay. Last year, I got rid of 6 people that were employed by me that I needed. I needed them. But we didn't have the same core values, and they weren't really helping me achieve success. And I could have sat there and said, well, but I really need them. But I really need them. When you are getting effed over and it's blatant and they're not saying, I don't like you, but they're showing you they don't like you. Remember that. You started from the bottom, now you're here. And guess what? You started from the bottom, and now you get to become the student if you want to, if you choose to. Okay? You built a whole life for yourself. And now you're like, oh, I want to learn other things. I want to explore other things. You have the freedom to explore. Hold on. We have shoot your shot. A lot of you guys don't want to shoot your shot or feel some type of way about doing this when the wrong people are around you, and you will know when the wrong people are around you. You are progressing, and so they're trying to anticipate your first move. You will Control Alt Delete, okay? Control Alt Delete. You know why your enemies can't really anticipate your first move? Because they lack imagination. They lack imagination. That's their problem. You're like, oh, you thought I was over here? Really, I'm over there. How about that? How about that? Look, I told you guys, confirmation, creeping, trying to create trouble because you're getting a lot of attention. You are becoming this baddie. So you guys are dealing with a lot of trolls. Look how many people have been blocked in this live stream. Like, you are becoming this real life badass, okay? Okay, we have the tea. We have slime. We have mind games. All right. You guys know people in your life, family members, or coworkers that like to gaslight you. You're going to be giving some tough love. Affirm it below. I am ready to serve up tough love. I also feel like for some of you, this is your Stoic era, so you can do what you really want to do. Stoic over here, Stoic to the left, live, love, laugh to the right. You feel me? Stoic to the left and live, love, laugh to the right. You are seeing people be exposed. Like, oh, dang, they really didn't like me if they just did all of that. There's no way they're a supporter. There's no way they're a client of mine. There's no freaking way. I'm hearing a Harley in the background, so confirmation. They are being exposed. So you're going to sort out the tea. Tough love is being served. This is your Stoic era. We have the mind games. When you've been effed over by the worst of them painting a Rubik's Cube is not going to help them. Again, they lack imagination. Okay? Who's been trying to guilt trip you? You guys have a brother or sister that has been trying to guilt trip you and take unfair advantage of you or manipulate you. Are they asking to live with you? You have a brother or sister that's asking to live with you. This could be brother, sister, or brother-in-law, sister-in-law, that they try to manipulate you or guilt trip you or take unfair advantage of you, like borrowing money, living with you, needing things, just taking. These things are being addressed because they are not going with you to the CEO table. They are not going with you to the CEO table. Because if we don't nip it in the bud now, we'll keep giving to them. And they are not supposed to be a benefactor like that. Some of you guys are thinking like, oh, I want to create this business with my sister, or I want to create this business with my brother. But God is showing you who you will not create a business with. God is showing you right now who you will not be just letting them ride your coattails or just letting them benefit off of the things that you've worked so hard for that they've never been interested in. Let me give you an example. If you guys whole time have been getting a spiritual business off the ground, but your sister wants to, when you're doing well and like got it together, then wants to be a part of it. Like once you have all the money and like, flowing, then let me come work for you. But when you're talking about it, starting from the bottom and speaking it into existence, working, grinding it out, editing, doing all the things, they don't care. Do they care? You're like up late, working on your books, turning it into an LLC, getting all of your paperwork done, making sure all your I's are dotted and all your T's are crossed. And where were they at? And they want to ride it to the finish line? God is showing you that is not going to happen. Or it will get slowed down. Okay, that is not going to happen, or it will get slowed down. So sometimes we are having to see the hard way, like, when we are doing well, we want the people that we love to do well. But who is really there for you? Just because they're in your bloodline doesn't mean that they're really there for you. We also have a chosen family. Okay, we also have a chosen family that has shown us they are the original gangsters of supporting us. They are authentic. They have shown us long-term support, whether we were doing good or we were doing bad. Those are the people that will be going with you, and there aren't many, okay? You are Willy Wonka's golden ticket. Here is the chocolate bar right here, and they can't all go with you. Who's been keeping it a buck? Who's been keeping it authentic? Who's been, oh, sister, I've been seeing that you're really tired. And let me make you dinner tonight because I know you've been working your little patootie off. Is sister doing that? Probably not. But sister wants to go to the Bahamas when you're ready to go do that after you've been working your little patootie off for 2 years. I don't freaking think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. And that's what sucks. We are the type of people, we think we're the good son or the good daughter or the good sister or the good brother if we carry the family bloodline to the finish line. And God is saying, stop with that. Stop. You can nurture and support and give to and be generous without doing everything for them. It is disabling or enabling them to just act however the frick. And High Lord Girl, when are they going to get it up out of the mud? And really think about if your siblings or loved ones have ever really gotten it up out of the mud for themselves. What upheavals have they gone through? And now let's really think about something. When you were going through these big setbacks in your life, where were they? Were they the ostrich hiding their head in the sand? Or were they right by your side? The people that were right by your side when you were losing it all, those are the people that you will be taking to the Bahamas, to the CEO table. Those are the people that you can trust. Yeah, Jess says nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Like, just because they maybe didn't participate in kicking you while you were down does not mean that they were a support system. They just made themselves scarce. They just made themselves scarce. So we have guidance of the raccoon. I am resourceful and creative in my approach to problems. So you are seeing your problems clearly. You're like, I have an imagination. I am creative. I am resourceful in my approach to resolving problems. We also have the spirit of the frog. I embrace my voice and honor life's transitions. This is a transition that you are having to offer or honor. You can still love your brother, love your sister, love your cousin, love whoever. You can still love them without dishonoring the transition that you're going through. Especially when you know they're not listening. Especially when you know they don't get it. They only hear themselves talk. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. You are so busy healing and examining your own toxic tendencies. You're like, they don't even see theirs. They don't even want to work on it. Yes, love from a distance. So it doesn't mean that you don't support them or, or encourage them or help them, but you are not going to do all the work for them. You're not going to put all their weight on your back. Then we have the Panther. I honor my own inner light. I told you guys the last message I posted, in the spotlight and loving it. In the spotlight and loving it. And harnessing your own true power and strength and passion. You're not the one to play with. And people are having to find out the hard way, unfortunately, that you are not the one to play with. And then we have the Blue Jay. I am bold and curious, and I embrace all new things. So you're like, I want to feel like The Apprentice. I want to feel like I'm entry level. I want to look at it with fresh eyes. Not because you want to go back to the beginning necessarily, but you were wanting to look at things with new eyes, fresh eyes, the eyes of a student, and simplifying your life. Adding some color. Whoa, I almost dropped these. That would have been no good. No bueno. Okay. You saw a cardinal last week? I love my family till it hurts, but I can't be around them. Oh, I feel that. I'm zero contact with mine. I have to love them from afar. Like, I can love them. I can forgive them, but they can't be in my life because they don't understand boundaries or respect or anything. I'm not here for that. I am not here for that. Okay, we have honesty. Be honest with yourself, with who was really there for you. Not because you're like, oh, let me give you a gold star and tell you to F off. Because you need to be honest with yourself. You need to be encouraging and supporting and, commending the right people. The people that really helped you. You guys have choices to make about who you spend a lot of time with. Okay, you guys have choices to make about who you spend a lot of time with, and then it's time to move. It's time for movement. Who is keeping you stagnant? Who is keeping you stagnant? We have love. You guys have love coming in. Some of you guys are in love with someone and you're going to shoot your shot. Somebody here is proposing to someone. Like, you know what? I know that they're the one. Yeah, risk. This is a risk that you're willing to take. So affirm it below. This is a risk that I'm willing to take. In the pursuit of love and the pursuit of happiness. Feeling froggy and leaping. Wow, this is a beautiful message. Okay. We have soul bond, growth, separation, and union. There are people that you are having to separate with or separate from so you can come into union with others. When we have all these other people in the way, they're blocking the new people that are trying to enter. It's like keeping the sister that can't stand you in your front doorway. Well, they're only going to block your new bestie from coming in the door. It's like your ex standing in the doorway. They're only going to block Prince Charming from walking in the door. You feel me? Like, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. So you are ready for growth. So you will separate from those you need to separate from. It's literally right here. You will separate from those that you need to separate from because you want to come into union with those that make you a priority, not those that pretend to listen to you, those that actually want to make you a top priority. Hillary, I need a whole relocation. Yeah, I know moving cannot be fun. It's not always fun. Okay, moving can be a whole nightmare. Okay, we had stay centered. Meditation and concentration are the way to a life of serenity. Maybe you guys are tired of hearing this. Meditate, meditate, meditate. You're like, yeah. Okay, so you guys are going to be getting back to your affirmations. The things that you guys like listening to that really help you stay centered. Praying. Writing down what you're grateful for. Wanting to have a smooth life. Okay, we have cosmic power. I'm an instant star. Just add water and stir. I am an instant star. Just add water and stir. So things seem kind of foggy right now. You are needing to take a step back. You are needing to rest. It is being prescribed that you Netflix and chill. Whether it's reading a book, watching a movie, watching a series. Maybe like a lot of people be doing that, but like you don't be doing that all the time. So whatever you don't get to do a lot of, that's what is required. And it's going to bring you clarity. And it's also going to bring the things in that you really wanted closer. You have started from the bottom, now you're here. And the people that really appreciate you, really appreciate your star power, your cosmic power, and everything that you stand for, everything that you emanate, they are going to remind you. You've helped me stay center. You've helped me not lose my mind. You started over here and now you're here. I can't even believe how far you've come. So if nobody's told you this yet today, bestie, I'm going to be the first then. You have come so far. I really want you to marinate in how far you've come and from where you have started. But people are going to be reminding you, okay, one or two people that are extremely close to you are going to say, remember when I first met you, where you were at? Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Remember where you were at before? Look at you now. Look at you now. Look at you now. Like, you are unstoppable. We have Garfield. Stay rad. Okay? Love me, feed me, never leave me. Too rad to be sad. Let me know in the comments if you guys like Garfield and Friends. Love me, feed me, never leave me. This is kind of, you're shedding a layer of having to be the one that's doing the feeding and the loving and the whatever. You're like, I want to be the one that's like babied. I want to be the one that's spoiled. Like, you are going to pivot towards being taken care of and, you know, being spoiled and being catered to a little bit more, even if it makes you a little bit uncomfortable. We live beneath many layers. Some are for our protection and some are for our control. Some are for our protection or some are for our control. Okay. You guys could be seeing 444, 222, or 333. Yeah, you need to be in this spirit of, yeah, love me, feed me, never leave me. Not being like needy, but like you're being your unusual self. Like, yeah, love me, need me, I love you. Like, maybe you're not normally very lovey-dovey. I don't know. I'm seeing you guys turn into this fierce, loving, just doing you. I love Garfield too. You are fierce. Awaken the sleeping wolf. Take back your power. Wow, look at this card. Awaken the sleeping wolf. Take back your power. This is a deck that like I couldn't find for a very long time, like 2 years. I couldn't find this deck for like 2 years, and this was a deck that was gifted to me a long time ago by a subscriber, and I'm like, oh my gosh, when I found this deck, I was donating like backpacks and bags and toiletries and stuff for the LA fires. And when I was opening one of the backpacks I was going to donate, I was like, oh my gosh, this deck was in there. I was like, yes. Okay, so you are fierce. Awaken the sleeping wolf. Take back your power. Some of these people done bumped their head. They forgot you were a whole wolf. You are the Wolf of Wall Street. What's somebody gonna cook for me? LOL. You can make DoorDash cook for you. You can make delivery cook for you. Yes. You guys are gonna treat yourself. I know you guys could be like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out about this car. I'm so stressed about this money. No, you need to treat yourself. Okay? I'm seeing that there's a lot of serious things that you've been having to handle and to navigate and to take care of, but it's like the Tootsie Pop here. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? How many times are you going to try before you actually get to the center and start doing things for you without feeling bad? Go and get that pedicure that you've been wanting. Go and get that massage that you've been wanting. Go and get that fancy takeout dinner that you've been wanting. And just like have a little hangout, create a fort, have a whole little sanctuary moment in your living room. Okay, what's that series that you've been wanting to watch or that book that you've been wanting to read? Like, turn the phone off, put up, let the weirdos wonder where you are. I mean, tell your loved ones where you are, but let everyone else be like, you know, let them fly a kite. Let them go get a hobby for a day or two, okay? Let them go get a hobby. Let them go join a sewing circle. Let them go to grandmother's bingo. Let them go find something to do. Okay? Yeah, just hearing that sounds so foreign. We are so in a grind of, I gotta do this, take care of this bill. Nope, it's the 10th. So on the 10th, I pay this bill and this bill. So I can't eat this and I can't do that. No. It will get paid. You started from the bottom, now you're here. So if you gotta put on a credit card, pull out of your little savings that you got, like you guys have many ways to be doing things. Like maybe you've been saving some, a bunch of coins for Coinstar. Maybe you have a stash of cash. Maybe you have a credit card you want to use. Get something for yourself in the next 48 hours. This is going to help bring you clarity. You just need to chill and relax and become discombobulated from the effery around you. Okay. The cosmos is within you. Use this time to begin a new creative project. The cosmos is within you. So just because you take a day off, it doesn't mean the cosmos is going to leave you and you're not going to have creativity and like all this fire within you. You'll actually have more fire because you will have rested. Okay, you'll actually have more fire because you will have rested. Okay, keep searching. If you do not ask questions, how can you find the answers that you seek? Okay, if you don't ask God, like, are we still doing that? Are we still on plan A? What's going on? If you don't ask people, like, what are you doing? How are you going to get the answers that you really want? How are you going to get the answers that you really want? Authenticity is sweet. Your authenticity is sweet. Practice self-care. This only makes you more authentic and more sweet and attract the things that you really want because you really deserve that. You are clear to land. You are clear for takeoff. You're clear to come and go. Some of you guys need to see that you're clear to come and go. For a lot of you guys, it's about to be like Christmas morning. There is a shift coming in the next 28 to 48 hours. So eat that amazing dinner, have your Netflix and chill day, take a day off, and remind yourself of like where you started, where you were eating ramen with no furniture, didn't have a TV or not crap to do. Like, remember that, how simple your life was. Okay? All right. I love you guys so much. Let me know what's going on in the comments and let me know if these initials helped you guys at all or if they resonate with you. We have F, C, and A. I didn't pull as many as like I normally do. But yeah, you guys are going from the pit to the palace. God is presenting you at the CEO table and you want to feel like, yeah, I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here because this is my table. This is my table. Period. I like turtles. Oh, speaking of which, if you to the end of this message, I want you guys to drop a turtle down below. I just feel like you're going really slow, but you are going at the perfect speed. You are okay. Think about when in your life when you weren't evolving and you weren't progressing and you weren't into your spirituality and praying and doing all of these things that you like doing. Think about how like you still were living. Like you guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. Okay, as this is glitching up, I'm going to hop out of here because nope. Can you guys hear me? Yes, you guys drop your turtles down below. Hopefully you guys can hear this outro. Okay. Don't forget to smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell, duh. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Joey, for being a member of 4 months. What else was I going to say? I think that's it. If you guys are on Patreon, you guys have some goodies coming up. If you guys are on members only, you guys have already had a message posted. Remember that whatever platform you are on, until the new message is up, you always have access to the entire library. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You have access to the entire library. Yes, hit the bell, duh. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's see, what's the spiritual assignment? What do you want to do with your amazing day off if you feel like sharing it? Okay, if you feel like sharing it, what is one thing? You don't have to name all the things you're going to do in this day off, but what is one thing that you're really looking forward to in this day off that you're going to take when you take it this weekend? All right? All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.